Next year, I'm going to travel the world.
Irgendwann.
When I have enough money, I'm going to get my dream job.
Und irgendwann.
Next month, I'm gonna start going to the gym.
Irgendwann.
On the 1st of January, everything is going to change. I will drink less. I will learn German.
Und wenn ich kann.
But of course, all of these only if I have enough time. Wishes, dreams, plans, we all have them, and I think that's good. But how many times do we say irgendwann, sometime? And how many times do we actually say jetzt, now? Hi, I'm Olivia, and today I'm not exactly going to talk about philosophical stuff like that. However, this is a topic that Max Giesinger is talking about in his song Irgendwann ist jetzt. I'm only going to explain the lyrics and hope that you guys will learn some German in a pleasant way. Irgendwann ist jetzt. Irgendwann means someday, sometime, at some point in time in the future, which is not actually known. And jetzt means now.
Irgendwann schmeiß ich mein Handy ins Meer.
So apparently he has spent many years dreaming about a lot of stuff without taking any action. As he starts with, irgendwann schmeiß ich mein Handy ins Meer. Someday I'm going to toss my smartphone into the sea. Of course, probably not literally, but I've read that he had disappeared for a couple of months before publishing this song. So he was not really reachable on social media. Then he goes on with
Und irgendwann renn ich nicht allem hinterher.
Und irgendwann renne ich nicht allem hinterher. And someday I'm not going to run after everything anymore. And here we already encounter a pretty common expression. Einer Sache hinterherrennen. To run after a thing, to run after something. A very typical example is hör auf, dem Geld hinterher zu rennen. Stop just running after the money. Or also very common, hör auf, diesem einen Typen hinterher zu rennen. Oder dieser eine Frau. Just stop running after this guy or this woman. And now, in which case does this something stay we're talking about that we should not run after? We had einer Sache hinterherrennen, we had dem Geld hinterherrennen, we had dem Typen hinterherrennen, which is colloquial for a guy, einer Frau hinterherrennen. Exactly, it's the dative. But now we go on.
Und wenn ich kann, zieh ich wieder raus aufs Land.
And when I can, when it's possible, I'm going to move out of the city. Raus means out. Probably he means out of the city. Aufs Land, on the land side. So of course we can also say ich ziehe aufs Land. I will move to the countryside. But when I say ich ziehe raus aufs Land, then I kind of stress out that I go out of the city and move to the countryside.
Ich red davon schon so lang.
Ich red davon schon so lang. I've been already talking for a quite long time about this. So you see, in German we just use the presence and we say I do a thing for already a long time. But in English we say I've been doing something until now.
Irgendwann hör ich nur noch auf mich selbst.
Someday I'm going to listen only to myself. We have here the expression auf jemanden hören. It's used a lot in contexts like to listen to your parents. Ich höre auf meine Eltern. I listen to my parents. I do what they say. And attention, we use the preposition auf.
Auch wenn das dann nicht mehr jedem gefällt.
Auch wenn das dann nicht mehr jedem gefällt. Auch wenn, even if not everyone is going to like this anymore. In German we use the dative here. In English we say I like something, or someone likes something, but in German we say mir with the dative gefällt es, or mir gefällt das, Respectively, jemandem gefällt etwas. Jemandem is just jemand in the dative. So, someone likes something.
In ein paar Jahren pack ich alles anders an.
In ein paar Jahren packe ich alles anders an. In ein paar Jahren, in a couple of years, I'm going to tackle, to handle everything in a different way or differently. We encounter here the next expression, etwas anpacken. So for example, we can say, los, packen wir es an. So let's go, let's tackle this, let's handle this, let's do this. Or just, los, anpacken, which pretty much means the same thing, but we just use the infinitive instead of the imperative. So, etwas anpacken means to tackle something.
Ich red davon schon so lang.
Ich red davon schon so lang. I've already been talking about this for a very long time.
Und sag immer nur irgendwann.
Und sag immer nur irgendwann. And I'm always just saying irgendwann, someday. And before we get to the chorus, also in this song, like in the last song I talked about, in the first person singular, you observe this missing E at the end of the verbs conjugated in the first person singular. He says, ich schmeiß instead of ich schmeiße. Ich renn instead of ich renne. Ich red, ich hör, ich sag. Instead of ich rede, ich höre, ich sage. In the colloquial language, we just leave this last E out of the normal and official conjugation. And we're also going to encounter this in the lyrics to come. Just pay attention to that. And now the chorus.
Ich will nicht länger warten, bis was passiert.
Ich will nicht länger warten, bis was passiert. I don't want to wait any longer until something happens.
Hab 120 Fragen, bin scheiß verwirrt.
Hab 120 Fragen, bin scheiß verwirrt. I have 120 questions. I am completely, extremely confused. And maybe you know the word scheiß or scheiße, which actually means shit, and wonder why he's saying shit here. If you have scheiß plus an adjective, then it actually means only extremely plus that adjective, or very. It's just a colloquial way to say very or completely, extremely, so just to amplify that adjective that you have there. And why he has exactly 120 questions, I actually don't know. I don't see any link to anything, but if you guys see this, let me know in the comments.
Doch ich fang endlich an zu glauben, dass alles, was ich brauch.
Doch, ich fang endlich an zu glauben, but I finally start to believe, dass alles, was ich brauche, that everything I need. Attention, we have here a Nebensatz. It starts with das, so the conjugated verb is at the end of the sentence.
Schon immer in mir steckt.
Schon immer in mir steckt. We have here the verb stecken, which can have different meanings. So, for example, ich stecke den Stecker in die Steckdosenleiste. So, this is a Stecker and this is a Steckdosenleiste. Steckdosenleiste. And this one is a Steckdose. And by the way, this is a Schalter. Another example. Ich stecke den Kassenzettel in die Geldbörse. And of course, this also works with Bargeld, with cash, if you have that. So stecken means to put something into something else, to insert, to plug in. And we also have the expression stecken bleiben. Bleiben means actually to remain, to stay. Let me give you an example of a possible context in which you can use stecken bleiben. Wir sind mitten im Wald stecken geblieben. So, which means we got stuck in the woods, in the middle of the woods, so in the middle of nowhere. But there are also other contexts, just Google that. But let's get back to our context here, because here is not really literally meant. We have here, alles was ich brauche, everything I need, steckt schon in mir, is already inside me. Of course, not literally, but it means that I have all the potential that I need. So I don't have to wait any longer because I already have what it takes to do stuff, to do what I actually want to do. Or maybe another interpretation, what it could mean is that he already has everything that he actually needs in order to be happy. So he does not have to run anymore after stuff because he actually is already happy and has everything that he wants. So he can just focus on whatever he feels like to. And I know maybe this is a lot, but let me give you one last context of using stecken. It's was steckt dahinter? What's behind this? And then he continues with Irgendwann ist jetzt, and repeats this 3 times. So now he finally realizes that someday, that some uncertain point of time in the future is actually now. He can do the stuff he wants now. He does not have to wait any longer. Irgendwann will ich eine Zeit für mich nehmen. Someday I want to take a time off for myself. We encounter here this ne Zeit. It's just a short form of eine. We used to say that in the colloquial language. Ne Zeit, eine Zeit. So for example, hast du einen Freund? Do you have a boyfriend? Nen is from einen, der Freund. Or hast du eine Freundin? Do you have a girlfriend? Ne, eine Freundin. Or with a neutrum, magst du ein Bierchen?
Irgendwann auch meine Eltern öfter sehen.
Und irgendwann auch meine Eltern öfter sehen. And someday also see my parents more often.
Doch jedes Mal kommt dann immer was dazwischen.
Doch jedes Mal kommt immer was dazwischen. But every time something comes in between, something comes up. This is also an expression that you can remember. Etwas kommt dazwischen. I think the most common example is, sorry, ich schaff's heute Abend doch nicht. Es ist etwas dazwischen gekommen. Sorry, something came up, something happened in between. Dazwischen means actually in between. So tonight I don't have time anymore. I can't make it.
Ich sag mir dann nächstes Jahr.
Ich sag mir dann nächstes Jahr. Then I tell myself next year.
Dahin bleibt's wie es war.
Bis dahin bleibt's wie es war. Bis dahin, until then it stays the same, it stays how it was, or actually how it has been so far. And now again we have the chorus, and then
Irgendwann werde ich lernen zu vertrauen und
irgendwann werde ich lernen zu vertrauen. Irgendwann werde ich lernen, actually, sometime I will learn zu vertrauen, to trust. We have here the construction, lernen, etwas zu tun. That zu construction. Ich lerne zu vertrauen. I learn to trust.
irgendwann hab ich diese eine Frau an meiner Hand.
Und irgendwann habe ich diese eine Frau an meiner Hand, and someday I have that one woman at my hand or holding my hand. Eine Frau an seiner Hand haben, to have one woman at your side actually, so that you are together.
Und ich lass sie nie mehr gehen.
Und ich lass sie nicht mehr gehen. And I won't let her go anymore.
Ich kann's schon vor mir sehen.
Ich kann's schon vor mir sehen. Actually, the short form of ich kann es vor mir sehen. I can already see it in front of me. Mir, it's the dative. Attention to that. I can already imagine that. I can already see it in front of my eyes. So this is a song for today. I hope you enjoyed it and were able to learn some German and also had maybe a little bit of fun. And now, what about you? Are you the kind of person that says irgendwann, or rather the kind of person that says jetzt? I'd be also glad to hear your general opinion about this topic. Also, what the people around you are actually doing. Are they the kind of people that just take action and do the stuff they want to do? Or are they rather saying, yeah, I'll do that someday,
Irgendwann.
just postponing everything they actually want to do? So far, thanks for watching, danke fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. See you next time. Bye!